stepped carefully down the empty street, his bag heavy with food meant for the strays he'd grown to care for. The neighborhood was quiet except for the soft sounds of his footsteps echoing against the old buildings. Then something caught his eye that made him stop completely. A mother cat was desperately gnawing at a splintered piece of wood, trying to break it down into something she could somehow turn into nourishment for her babies. The sight broke something inside him. No animal should ever be this desperate, this hungry, this alone. Without wasting another second, he hurried over and knelt down on the pavement. His hands moved quickly as he opened his bag and scattered fresh, soft food across the ground. The transformation was immediate and beautiful. The mother cat's ears perked up, and within moments, she and her tiny kittens rushed forward. Their small faces dove into the meal, and you could see the relief in every bite they took. This was probably the first real food they'd had in days, maybe even longer. But then something unexpected happened. From the dark shadows behind a battered trash bin, one more kitten appeared. This one was smaller than the others, more timid, with uncertain steps as it made its way toward the stranger who'd brought food. The little one wanted to join in, wanted to eat, but fear held it back. Before it could get too close, the mother cat noticed. In one swift, protective motion, she picked up her shy baby by the scruff of its neck and carried it back to safety underneath a nearby parked car. He watched this and understood immediately. This mama was scared. She didn't know if she could trust him yet, and her first job was keeping her baby safe, so he didn't push or move too fast. Instead, he moved slowly and placed more food closer to their hiding spot, giving them space while still offering help. The mother cat stretched her neck out, sniffing carefully at the offerings. Her nose twitched as she analyzed every scent, making sure it was safe for her family. Then, after what felt like a long moment of decision, she relaxed just enough to let her kittens come out and eat beside her. Trust was beginning to form between them. When the little family had eaten their fill and their tiny bellies were finally full, he knew there was one more thing to do. The shy kitten was still separated, still uncertain, still watching from a distance. Gently, with movements as soft as a whisper, he reached out and picked up the timid baby. He placed it right next to its siblings so it wouldn't feel alone anymore. The mother cat's eyes followed his every move, watching, judging, deciding whether this human was friend or danger, and then her expression softened. Her shoulders relaxed. In that single look, he saw acceptance. She was telling him that she understood he meant no harm to her or her babies. That moment changed everything for him. Right then and there, looking at this brave mother and her vulnerable babies, he made a decision that would change all their lives forever. These cats weren't going to spend another night out here wondering where their next meal would come from, or if they'd be safe from the dangers of street life. No more cold nights, no more hunger, no more fear. He carefully gathered each kitten and their protective mama, placing them securely in his carrier. Their scared sounds gradually quieted as they huddled together, sensing that something was changing for them. The mother cat stayed alert but calm as he closed the carrier door. She seemed to understand on some level that this was help, not harm. Her babies pressed close to her, drawing comfort from her presence as they always had. The street that had been their whole world was now behind them, and a new chapter was beginning. Today, that little family doesn't know cold nights or empty bellies anymore. They have warm beds where they can sleep without worry. They have regular meals that come without the need to search or struggle. They have a home filled with love and safety. The shy kitten that once hid behind the trash bin now plays without fear. The mother cat, who once chewed on wood from pure desperation, now rests peacefully knowing her babies are protected and cared for. This is what rescue looks like, and this is why it matters so much to every single life we can save. Every stray animal has a story. Every hungry cat on the street was once somebody's responsibility that got forgotten or abandoned. But stories like this one remind us that change is possible. One person with a bag of food and a caring heart can transform lives. One decision to stop and help instead of walking past can mean everything to a family that has nothing. If this rescue story warmed your heart and reminded you why every life matters, we'd love to hear from you. Drop your creative name ideas for these precious kittens in the comments below. Each one deserves a name as special as their second chance at life. And please, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss future rescue stories. Every subscription helps spread awareness about stray animals who are still waiting for their hero to come along. Together, we can make sure more stories like this one have happy endings.